Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Carter is a Netflix Korean-American action film that is a combination of a spy action thriller, a quasi sci-fi mystery type movie, and then it's also a zombie movie as well in a lot of ways. And so that sounds like a really weird mix, but wow, Carter is one of the most unique action movies that I've seen in a while. And so the general story is we have this guy named Carter, and he wakes up with no memory of what's going on. He's actually in South Korea, and then involved in this is also North Koreans and the Americans, and there's an infection going on. So this is where I talk about the whole zombie part, but they're not really zombies. It's just this infection makes him really, I would say, more powerful and also kind of crazy as well. And there's some other things involving that. And in this, Carter finds out that he needs to save this girl, Hana, who's basically the antidote. You know, she's going to be able to create a vaccine from her blood because there's something special about her. And at the same time, Carter also has some past histories that's connected to everything. And within that, we absolutely have so much action in this movie. Basically, if you could think of a type of action, this has it, but it also has a lot of other things that you would not expect. So getting to the thing that I absolutely love about this movie is the action. The action in this movie is absolutely crazy. It's extremely creative, and a lot of things that they're doing here, I don't think I've ever seen in other movies, where you have helicopters fighting each other, motorcycle battles, street battles, knife fights. All those things you might have seen before, but the way in which it does this, it's so different and unique that I really did love it. And the action here is definitely for adults. This is R-rated, it's bloody, there's nudity in here, there's lots of shooting, people getting killed all the time. And so this is definitely something that I appreciate, because a lot of times if you're gonna have a really awesome action movie, having an R rating really gives you no limits. And in this case, Carter definitely takes advantage of that. And the action takes place in so many different environments. When you're in the city, you're in a bathhouse, you're in the air, which is pretty awesome. You're in the helicopters, you're in trains. There's all types of action scenes. And I would say, in my opinion, this is probably one of the best action films that I've seen in a long time, and definitely the best action film that I've seen this year by far. And so if you're looking for something really creative and at the same time brings the action in so many different ways, then Carter will deliver, and it is the best thing about this movie. It's just the overall story itself. Even though most action movies aren't known for their story, Carter does a good job in providing you just enough to keep you interested. And so we have the whole spy, international thriller type movie, and then we have the whole mystery aspect of who Carter is, what went on, what is he doing here, and then we have the whole zombie apocalypse aspect as well. And even though that doesn't sound like it would make sense, in Carter it does make sense, and it keeps things really fast paced. It's just a really fun action movie. If that's what you're looking for, then Carter delivers with each and every scene. And honestly, there wasn't a single moment that I could recall that I was bored, because this movie moves so quickly and it goes basically from one action scene to another. But since things are so creative and different, it never feels repetitive and boring. And so if you love a really good action movie, this one has it. And I think you're really gonna come out saying, yeah, give me more of Carter. Protect your online privacy and keep data brokers from selling your personal information by using Delete Me, the #1 privacy information remover service since 2010. Sign up today and get 20% off your first order. For more information, check out the affiliate link in the description area below. I didn't enjoy as much out of this movie, even though I really love the creative nature of the action scenes. There's a lot of shots where it has this drone shot type feel, where it gets really close to the action and it feels like you're actually there, which is really cool. But the problem is, with that angle, sometimes things get really disorienting, especially if there's a lot of things going on. But other than that, I think the whole movie as a whole is shot really well, very creative, and a lot of times I was thinking, how did they do that? But on the negative side, some of those things could really take you out of the action as well. And then the second thing is, besides the main character, Carter, there's really nothing else interesting with the other characters. They're very cookie cutter and forgettable, and most of the times they're not going to be in a scene too long. And so those are my overall thoughts with Carter. And as I stated earlier, this is one of my favorite movies of the year, specifically when it comes to action, and one of the best action movies that I've seen in a long time. And I would say at this point, it is my favorite action movie on Netflix, even better than The Gray Man, which I did enjoy. So if you actually had any thoughts on this or any other action movies that you've seen recently that you really love watching, be sure to leave in the comments area below. And if you did want to see more of my action film reviews, I do have an entire playlist. I'll leave that in the description area below. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. And if you're a creative geek like me, and you want to get exclusive access to more content that I don't put out here publicly on my YouTube channel, then join my Gold Content Creators group, where you're going to get content like this and more for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators group.